Government to introduce NHI pilot scheme and South African embassy in Mali is closed. Good evening, I'm Greg Goos. Health Minister Aaron Motsoaledi says he's ready to introduce the proposed national health insurance next month. He's announced 11 districts where the system will be piloted. KwaZulu-Natal, which initially had 2 districts, has added a third. The minister elaborates.
Under no conditions must any province ever wake up one day and tell us that because of budgetary constraints we couldn't pay for vaccines. That just must not be heard of. Food services and relevant supplies, essential equipment and maintenance of that equipment, laboratory services, the National Health Laboratory Services, child health services including neonatal and perinatal services. I don't want to wake up one day and hear that in one hospital they were supposed to be having 10 incubators and they are not working or they are not there. It's just some of the things we should not ever think about finding in our healthcare system.
The Independent Complaints Directorate's investigating 51 cases against the now disbanded Durban Organised Crime Unit. Spokesperson Moses Dlamini says all the cases relate to the unit when it was based in Cato Manor. The unit was shut down in February amid allegations that an alleged death squad operated in the Cato Manor Crime Unit. Most of its members have since been incorporated into the Hawks. The unit's commanding officer, Johan Boysen, who's also the KwaZulu-Natal boss of the Hawks, was issued with a notice of suspension earlier this week. However, the Durban Labour Court set aside the suspension today. The South African embassy in Mali's capital Bamako has been closed. Renegade soldiers have gone on state TV claiming a military coup against the country's president. His aides say he's being guarded by his presidential guard in a military camp in the capital. The Department of International Relations says embassy staff are safe. It's joined the United Nations and African Union in condemning the attempt to seize power. Well, the renegade soldiers, said to be frustrated at the success of Tuareg rebels in the north of the country, have urged citizens not to panic. The television announcement was made by renegade Captain Amadou Sanogo.
We ask the population of Mali to stay serene and to keep calm. We strongly condemn all acts of vandalism and looting. We ask everyone to respect the public good. We will adopt all necessary and useful measures to ensure the safety of the people and their property.
Convicted Port Elizabeth fraudster Gervin Luba has been sentenced to 20 years effective imprisonment by the Commercial Crimes Court. 43-year-old Luba, who conned more than 500 people and companies out of 30 million rand to invest in a bogus malaria wristwatch invention, was earlier found guilty on 18 counts of fraud and 1 count of reckless trading. He was charged with fraud in 2007. An 11-year-old boy from Cape Town has become the youngest chess player in the world to stave off a defeat against Russian chess grandmaster Garry Kasparov. The chess legend took on 26 players at the same time today during a 3.5-hour-long match in Khayelitsha. Grade 6 primary school learner Daniel Barish held him to a draw. Barish says he studied the legend's moves online.
At first I was very honoured. During the middle of the game I started to get more settled, but I was still quite nervous. At the end, when I drew, and he actually offered to me, not that I offered to him, I was actually ecstatic. I'm overwhelmed and greatly honoured and privileged.
Top story, the health minister says he's ready to introduce the proposed national health insurance next month. He's announced 11 districts where the system will be piloted.